Good morning, everyone. Right now on Moreau, it's 10:19 a.m. on Saturday, July 13th. Can you believe it? Today on Moreau, we're hosting our very first fishing tourney. The tourney will run until 6 p.m. Anyone could participate. Just check in at the tent in the plaza. And with that, I'll get back to work supporting you in your enjoyment of our island. What is up, my Sportalites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. In the last episode, we finished up day 3 of our paradise planning adventures. And in this episode, we're going to be enjoying ourselves the very first fishing tourney here on Moreau, just like Isabel said. However, there are some other additional things that I want to go over. I want to address a couple things. It's obviously been, I want to say about a week since we last did an episode here on the island proper. So I want to go over some changes that I'm going to be making over the course of the next, honestly, the next several days as I continue to work on flower breeding and changing up the island and whatnot. As you can see right over here, we'll start and kind of work our way over and talk about all the flowers. We'll get to the fishing tourney in due time, don't you worry. But there's a few things I want to talk about here. So first things first, this entire section that I have kind of sectioned off for myself, I've got a whole lot of trees here that are not going to last. They were just, in fact, I think most of these ended up becoming money trees. So there's just a whole bunch of them just kind of hanging around that I need to chop down and get rid of because it's a little bit too crowded here. The flowers have obviously kind of gotten way out of hand. Like, I've tried to cull the odd ones here and there, like these white ones here and these yellows I would probably go about digging up if I had the opportunity. But I've still just kind of let them grow out of control for good reason, because that actually allows them to crossbreed easily. However, I do need to clean up some things. I need to make sure that I start focusing on certain crossbreeds. For instance, and we can even go over these one by one, starting with the windflowers, I have every single color I need except for the purple windflower, but the purple windflower is like 2 steps removed from where I'm at right now. So for instance, I need to take these blue windflowers that I've been working on, and I need to start crossbreeding them with the red windflowers. Those will create more red windflowers, which I then have to crossbreed into purple windflowers. Move on over here down to the pansies, and again, same thing. I'm just missing purple pansies. I need to do blue pansies with these blue ones with these regular red ones to make additional red ones that then can be turned into purple ones. So it's almost the exact same crossbreed structure. Mums, on the other hand, these are nowhere close. In fact, I'm actually glad that I got a purple today because I haven't even been able to do that up till this point. But I am still a ways away from being able to make myself green mums, which are the final one. Granted, and I actually believe that this purple mum isn't even eligible for crossbreeding. What I need to do specifically is breed red and yellows to make more yellows, which I think this one is eligible for that. And then I need to use those yellows to make purples, and then I need to use those purples to then make greens. So got a lot of work to do with those. Hyacinths are sort of coming along. The only one the only real one that I'm missing is purples, which I'm trying to breed with these oranges here, but it hasn't really been going super well. Eventually, they will pan out, but they should start giving me blue and purple hyacinths pretty easily, and obviously I already have a few blue hyacinths, so that's working out great. Cosmos. Cosmos are still a process. I just haven't gotten really lucky. These aren't cosmos. These are lilies. Cosmos are the ones that are growing natively on my island. Lilies, excuse me. I just haven't been getting really lucky with getting black lilies, but we already have the pink lilies, and those are actually the hardest ones to get, so we should be fine. I just need to couple the reds together, and we will be more than okay. If we go back down to the bottom part of the island, there's also the roses. The roses are going to be a lot of work. Roses are the hardest flower to crossbreed in the game as it is, so I have a lot of work to do with those still. I don't even think I've gotten a purple rose yet, and I've only still got 1 black rose, let alone blue roses, which are the hardest to get in the entire game. And then tulips. They are kind of in the exact same state as my pansies and windflowers over here. So that was a lot of explaining in regards to flowers. The long and the short of it is that I'm going to be culling a lot of these flowers here and really starting to organize this space, because my plan is to, well, one, start growing crops, which as you can see now I have over here pumpkins, potato, and these are corn, which I have been able to get all of these from the Capon Islands that I've been going to. I still got the wheat growing over here, and I basically want to make plots for every single crop just like this, kind of all the way around, because these are a really good way of making money. And I also want to leave myself space for an orchard as I continue to grow fruit trees. So we've got access to pears, peaches, Oh my gosh, and oranges, excuse me. And I do intend to expand that a little bit further here in the near future, so I need to make that happening as well. And then there's some other things out front that I also want to work on, like in regards to bamboo trees and whatnot. So all this stuff is just kind of a cluttered mess at the moment, but it's going to get better in due time, and that's just something I'm going to be working on over the course of the next several days. So expect all of this to change going into the next episode here on the island, although, of course, I need to mention that the next episode will be back at Paradise Planning as we continue to work on more tourist houses. So here we can quickly go over the roses. And like I said, yeah, haven't really made a whole lot of progress with these. Oh, I finally got a second black tulip. That's good at least. Yeah, we're getting there. It's slow, but it's going to eventually happen. I was really hoping that by keeping these roses and tulips over by somebody's house, they were going to actually water them, and Angus has not done that once. In fact, the only villager I've seen over here watering my flowers even once has actually been Cranston. Cranston is my flower boy for sure. He is a big helper in that regard. I've actually seen him like 3 or 4 times doing that, which has been good, but they're also not like super consistent about it, so you can't really bank on it either. And I don't even think it's actually produced really all that great of results to begin with, so I'm not really, because all he's watered is the roses here, and look, I've only gotten 1 successful crossbreed, just well, I guess 2 technically, a pink and an orange one, and that's it. And I don't even think any of those were as a result of him helping us out. All right, next thing we're going to talk about, this was discussed in the last episode, Nook's Cranny has, well, it's upgraded. It is still Nook's Cranny. That is still the name. In this game, for some reason, they decided not to change the name to Nook and Go, Nookingtons, Nookway, and whatnot. No, it's still just Nook's Cranny, but there are some upgrades to the whole system. First things first, hot items. There are now 2 hot items per day as opposed to just 1, so multiple things that you can sell for bonus money. We're going to head on into the store, and we're also going to demonstrate how it has changed in here as well. Now, there is an additional item that has been added to the far right display. So in the original version of Nook's Cranny, we were getting these items right here. These are lower price items with the white signs next to them, and that's how you know that they're rather cheap, while the ones with the gold-plated sign over here are more expensive. You could not get these items, the items that fall under this category, in the old version of Nook's Cranny. So this is where you're going to start to get things like TVs and cars and expensive like kitchen equipment and mostly like electronics and whatnot. A lot of that's going to be what's over here, but there are various other things that sort of fit the bill and are generally just overall expensive. This is usually stuff, and not exclusively, but usually stuff that's like 10,000 bells or more in price, while the original 2 items we were getting, again, are relegated to these spots. You also have a seasonal spot over here, which isn't always occupied, but if you're around holidays, for instance, this is where you're usually going to find those things. So like if it was near Christmas, this is where the Christmas tree would be displayed for you to buy. And then you have your 2 repeatable buys that you could get, which were in the original one to begin with. We also can go in here, and there are a few new changes to what's in the cabinet. We still have all of our flimsy different items here, but we also have something special, are some upgraded versions. But these are actually exclusive to Nook's Cranny. So every single tool has a different themed set. You've got the star set, you've got the colorful set, you got some different ones that are unique to like the elephant watering can. Elephant only applies to the watering can itself. The outdoorsy set, which you can also see we have an outdoorsy slingshot over here. These have the exact same properties as any upgraded tool. So like this is the exact same as my iron shovel, for instance. And just like those, if you want to make sure, like let's say you like the aesthetics of it better, or you'd rather use it for whatever reason, or you're just, desperate and need to go pick one up, it's nice to have these because, they'll obviously last a lot longer than your flimsy equipment. And they can still be customized over and over to get their... To basically keep their consistency to stay hardy and not fall apart. You can also now finally buy iron axes to chop down trees with, which is great. There's an additional umbrella slot. There's a couple new things here, like you can get yourself a timer. I believe they also hold more flowers here as well. They hold a 3rd set of flowers. And I don't think the DIYs have increased, but I never actually grabbed this, which is the basic cooking recipes. And I am going to grab this really quickly before I forget. This got added as soon as we got the cooking update, and I just never bothered to come around here to actually grab it. So there's that, and there's one more thing I want to show in here before all is said and done. Okay, so added a few more to the list. Now, if we go over to carpets and wallpapers, there's now double the selection that there originally was. So instead of just 4 wallpapers and 4 carpets per day, there are now 8 of each. So that's pretty darn cool too. And there are some good options here, but I think I might actually come back and get these a little bit later. So yeah, a lot of additional stuff added to Nook's Cranny, but at the same time, not like a crazy amount, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's a nice upgrade. It's definitely a nice upgrade, but I do wish that there was more because, unfortunately, this is all you're going to get. And yeah, it just makes me miss the old days where you could get things like Nookingtons, where you had a lot of furniture options and a lot of other things, and even clothing options and whatnot, apart from the Able Sisters and whatnot. Which, speaking of the Able Sisters, oh my gosh, I need to get that welding mask. No, I'm just kidding. I don't actually need that. It's not like I'm super desperate to get it. What's up, Sable? You're Levi, right? Wait, what just happened? I don't think I've ever heard you call a customer by name before, sis. Hush, Mabel. You know this is hard for me. Anyway, I'm Sable. I figured it was time we introduced properly. You can go back to shopping now. Oh my gosh, now that's progress. That is what I am talking about. Oh my gosh, we know each other on a first name basis now. That's huge. Maybe I just get her to open up a little bit more. I'll feel a little bit happier about it because I get it. I understand that she's shy. I don't want to get in her way or anything, but gosh, that is a big win. Also, ooh, there is some good stuff here that I am absolutely heck yeah. No, I'm not going to get the cutoffs. I'm kidding. I kind of want the multicolored shorts though. Let's go green for that one, and then another outdoorsy hat. You know, I think I might just go fishing in all this, if possible. We could get rounded. No, I don't know if I really like the way those look. Get myself a beard? Absolutely not. I couldn't pull that off if I tried. We also got sporty sandals, which I would like to remove my socks if I'm going to wear these, but these would probably be good for fishing in. So let's grab blue of those as well, or maybe I should go with, yeah, I'll go with blue for those. Cool. And I'm actually just going to keep all that, and I will send everything else back to my storage. Now, this is just an absolute smorgasbord of clothing things, but whatever. We're just going to take those socks off now. Cool. All right, I think I'm ready to go fishing now. So, that's some immediate progress today. We've gone over the different flowers and plants that we're going to be working on, all of my future plans. Well, not all of them. There's definitely a whole lot more stuff that I'm going to be working on. There's going to be a lot of radical changes between this episode and the next on Moreau episode. But yeah, we also got the Nook's Cranny upgrade, and we actually made progress with the Able Sisters, which is pretty darn good. All right, time to finally meet the last character, or at least the last recurring character that isn't just a once-a-year thing, that we haven't yet met in this game, which is technically a lie because I actually have run into him multiple times off-screen, but I don't think I've ever actually talked with him because I wanted to make this the first chance we do so. Who's ready for some sea sports? You know, you that's who. Yuck, yuck. I'm here in front of just you right now for the Apex and Sea Sports action, the fishing tourney. My name's CJ, and I'm your anchor for this once-in-a-season fishing deluge. Yuck, yuck. So shine those hooks and get your reels ready, because between now and 6 p.m. it's tourney time. The rules of the fishing tourney are easy breezy. You just got to catch as many fish as you can in 3 minutes. Every fish you catch nets you points. Net enough points, and you can swap them for some slick fish swag. Also, there's the cooler in the tent. Any fish you catch will automatically get stowed in there. Keep the pockets dry. That means as long as you've got a fishing rod, you have all you need to compete. Simple, right? And you can enter as many times as you like. What do you say? Get ready to get your feet wet in the fishing tourney? The entry fee is waived for the first run. Sign me up. Aye, I'm going to spray 3 minutes on the clock for you to catch as many fish as you can. There's also a bonus that'll backstroke in if you catch at least 3 fish. All right, let's do this thing, and let me get my fishing rod at the ready. And let's get out of here. All right, so yes, this absolutely behaves the exact same way as the bug tourney. And, of course, I am a lot worse at fishing than I am at catching bugs, so I have to really pay attention here as I catch absolutely everything. There is no way you're going to catch fish as quickly as you can potentially catch bugs for the bug tourney. Don't even try it. It's just not going to happen. I can promise you that. Fish are just way more spread out, and they tend to be kind of all over the place. And you'll honestly, I mean, like, look at me right now. I'm walking really far between like different shadows, and I'm barely running into anything. And it's just a longer process to catch them in general. So it's not super easy to get the numbers that you're going to get in the bug tourney. So you're going to probably end up being forced to do this a lot more than you were in the bug tourney. But at the same time, you know, you still get some really good rewards. And I actually prefer the rewards that we get for doing the fishing tourney over the bug tourney. And I've also been saving up some of my fish. Oh, see, and there's me fat fingering that again. I'm so bad at this, dude. I've also been saving up some really valuable fish in my storage, actually, for this exact moment. So I'm hoping I can get some big bucks out of that as well. Maybe enough to get myself one more incline going. Because are you kidding me? I'd very much like to do that. I did just, like, repair my rod right before... Really, dude? Right before this started. So this thing should be good to go for a while. Okay, I was actually ready for you that time. It's just a crucian carp. Was that even worth it? We got the bonus, but it's not like we're catching anything all that valuable anyway. All right, here's another one. That could be a sweet fish, probably. Come on, bite down. Or I could just fat finger again. Dude, I can't do that. I really got to just go with the close my eyes strat because I'm so horrendous at trying to actually watch it. And it sucks too because I was so unbelievably good at it back in the day when I was a kid playing on the GameCube Animal Crossing, and this one just, it messes with me. It messes with me so much. I think it's the sound differential that like throws me off because it gets so much more hushed in this game that it's just like any sound sets me off. It could also just be that I'm much more of an anxiety-ridden adult than I was as a little kid. So, you know, like, look at that. We've only gotten 4, and we might get one more before all is said and done. But again, you're at the mercy of the nibbles, too. So that's a part of the problem. If I can get down to the ocean in time, maybe, just maybe, I can catch one more before this is all done. And there's so many insects out here, too. I just wish this was the bug tourney. Okay, where the heck? Is there another shadow somewhere? No, this is not going to happen for me. Dude, there's like nothing. I am just, oh, wow. This was an absolute horrible first run. Total travesty. Absolute garbage. All right, I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm ignoring so many things right now, too. All right, CJ. I'll party in the cooler. You want to buy them? I need fresh fish for my live stream. But first things first, let's check out what you caught in the tourney. So we got 4 fish with a solo bonus. That's 6 points. Not nearly enough to even get one thing, unfortunately. But stuck again. Had to look in your cooler if you want to go. If you got fish in there to sell, then I want to. Let's just sell them all. Empty your cooler. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's like barely anything anyway. I told you they were really crappy fish. All right, cool. Now, okay, so we can all. I believe we can go into there's something else, and yes, like I said, we can just sell fish to him straight up. So I think I am gonna do that at some point before this episode is over. Oh, the tourney goes till 6, but he's here till 8. I actually didn't know that. Well, I'm gonna give this another go and see if I can't get like at least 6 fish this time because that was a pathetic first run. So yeah, now it's 500 bells per, which is fine. I mean, you'll make that back just by catching a few fish, so it's not like it's a big deal, but at the same time... All right, here we go. Time to really focus up now. Nope, that's a horrible start. Gosh dang it, dude. I can't do this, man. I genuinely can't do this. Ugh. Oh, that's actually a rare one. I don't think I've actually donated that to the museum yet. I definitely need to hold on to that one because I don't think I've ever caught a barred knife job before. That was one of like the very, very few, what was there, like 5 fish that could be caught in the ocean in the original Animal Crossing. Dude, okay, the lack of shadows, man. Look at this. There's just nothing. There's just nothing here. What the heck? Is it my infrastructure? It can't be, because the ocean is just empty right now, too. I don't understand this. Why are there so few fish? There's just, dude, my whole entire island is just barren of fish shadows. I don't get it. And then, of course, I find one. It's almost certainly a sea bass, so that's not going to frickin' do me any good. I'm just having horrendous luck to start this tourney off right now, man. This is not going well for me at all. Okay, I barely managed to get to 3. I'm going to try to loop back up to over to the pond at the very least and see. Okay, there's another sea bass. Like, look at that. Here on this stretch, there's like a bunch of shadows, but I ran around the whole... Son of a bitch. I ran around the whole southern stretch, and there was nothing. Like, the whole way. What is going on with that nonsense? I don't get it. All right, well, I'm probably just going to end with the same score I had last time with even less valuable fish. This is going absolutely horrendously. No more over here. Can we at least get the one in the pond before this is over? Okay. Oh, Vivian's actually here. Called dibs on this spot, but I'm going to try to steal her fish really quickly. Come on. Thank you. Okay, I managed to get to 5. Oh, and it's a new one as well, I believe. I don't think I've actually caught a crawfish yet before for the museum, so I am going to have to pull a couple fish out of the cooler. This is not going well in the slightest. All right, so I was very correct because, yes, both the barred knife jaw and the crawfish were ones that I hadn't donated. So now that that's out of the way, I mean, I'm okay with catching them again because the barred knife jaw is actually worth a fair bit. So now I have enough that I can actually swap something out, but I'm going to keep accumulating my points. So let's just sell everything in here for the very low amount of money that I'm going to get here. 18. Oh, wow, that was actually somehow more than last time. I can't believe the sea bass is worth more than the frickin' crucian carp. All right. Let's go again. One more time. I am going to see if I can't get... my goal for this is 7. I'm going to see if I can get 7 here. Seriously. I know I keep overestimating how well I can do, but I'm going to try a little bit better this time. Here we go. At the buzzer. Oh my gosh, I'll take 8. Yeah, now that was about as perfect as I could have asked for. And you know what? The fact that it was still only 8 when in the bug tourney I was able to get into the double digits, that should be more than enough proof to tell you that this is the inferior tournament by a long shot. Because yeah, it's almost impossible to be getting the numbers like that. But I am going to be getting a whole lot more bells for this one because I actually got some pretty darn good stuff for that. So, well, I mean, I almost got nothing, but I think the crucian carp was the only, like, garbage one I caught. So let's see. CJ, you want to buy all these from me, please, buddy? All right, what do we got? Let's see. Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. That is the amount that I want. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to start swapping some of these things out. I've only got enough for, I think, like 2 things. So really quickly, let's swap my points. See if we get out of this. Okay. Oh, no, never mind. I have more than I thought. Or actually, I have less than I thought, let's be honest. Fish door plate. Okay, cool. I will get one more. And what is this one? It is a fish print. Okay, cool. That's probably something I can hang on the wall, so I will take that. All right, that is definitely something I'm going to need to do a little bit more off screen, but I think I'm satisfied with that for now. I'm going to head back to my house really quickly and grab all of the fish that I've had in storage, waiting for this exact moment, and we're going to see how much cash we can get out of this thing. Alrighty, so it's the fish that I have is actually really funny. It's a whole lot of sharks. We got whale sharks, a bunch of great whites, a hammerhead shark, an air payment, and then a random red snapper for some reason. Like, red snappers are valuable, but like not nearly as much as all the other fish that I have there. So, oops. But I mean, I'm still going to get extra money for it, so I'll take it. So, all right, let's sell some fish and see what we get out of this. We're probably going to get around 60, 70, maybe even 80,000. I don't know. We'll see. Probably a lot. All right, tell me what you're going to give me for it all. Oh, 141, even better. That's actually a lot more than I was expecting. Beautiful. That more than doubled my money. Cool. I'm actually really close to being able to pay off my house now, if I'm not mistaken. I should probably go and check on that. Okay, really quickly, though, before I do anything else, I'm actually going to head back on into Nook's Cranny because I want to demonstrate something here because we haven't really talked about crops a lot, and that's because I really haven't gotten to cooking in this game. Like, I just haven't really explained the whole conceit and the whole purpose of doing that yet. But you know what? Cooking isn't even my favorite use for crops. Like, crops are really nice to have for multiple reasons, and honestly, the main reason is to make money, genuinely, because if you water them every single day, you can get 3 of your 3 crop yields per plot, which means that for my 12 plots that I've been putting down for each one, I get 36 every 3 days, basically. So they're a little offset right now. Pumpkins and potatoes are going up the same day. Wheat and corn are going up the same day. I kind of want to align them so that they all are fully spreaded or at least picked all at the same time. But if I were to just sell all of these right here, I'm going to show you how much money I'm going to get out of all this. 25,200 bells. So double that up, and that's a good solid 50,000 bells. So if I can make that a little bit more of a round number, that is a really nice chunk of change that I can get, again, every single 3 days. I'm also going to sell these fruit as well. really quickly because that's actually Nook miles associated. So let's do that really quickly. But notice how that is in relation to the fruit. That is a lot of cash. And again, being able to have that reliable amount of income every 3 days on top of having the money trees that you have every single day, on top of having all of the fossils that you're going to be going and getting assessed from Blathers every single day, especially once the fossil exhibit's done, which mine is almost done. That's 4 free fossils per day that sell for a hefty amount, and all that adds up to the fact that you can get a lot of bells just by doing very basic things in the game and only checking in for maybe 30 minutes a day, which is awesome. And once I can get all of these things going, I should really be able to start to pay off some stuff quickly here. But let's quickly hit up the Nook stop. And I want to go over some things in here as well. We're going to go into the ABD. So, okay, I am 19,000 bells short. Well, I guess more like 12,000 if I were to withdraw all this out. So let's do that really quickly. So I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close to being able to pay off my loan. I'm going to hold on to that money for right now, but I think I should be able to get this paid off by the end of the day. So that's going to be my goal to do that. I also want to go into Nook Miles Redemption really quickly. So notice I've bought every single DIY except the Robot Hero. I have no plans on getting that for a very long time because the prerequisites are ridiculous and I am nowhere close to those. Now we're basically just buying all of these things. So something that you may have noticed in my inventory right now is a steel trash can. I got this basically just to have a trash can. There are certain items that, like for instance, forged paintings that you cannot get rid of any other way than just by throwing them away. So having a trash can on site somewhere can be pretty nice. But I'm going to start spending my miles on a lot of these things as I start to pretty up my island a little bit more, make it just, you know, it has a little bit more going on, and it starts to feel less like just like a settlement and starts to feel more like a city. So I'm going to start using a lot of my miles in these, but obviously some are more expensive than others, so they are going to take time to put together. But a lot of these, like I said before in a previous episode, I don't really like the color of a lot of these, so I am going to be taking many of them over to Cyrus to have them fixed up. So that is something else I wanted to point out. I'm also going to go into Nook shopping really quickly just to see what's available. Doesn't look like much. Another denim cap in a different color, but that's just about it. Okay, speaking of Cyrus, I actually want to head on over to Harv's Island really quickly. And no, I'm not going to be buying another co-op at all. Leaf is the next one in line, but I'm going to be waiting until after I pay off my loan before I get to that, especially because I don't think it's the next loan payment, but the one after that is basically doubles my storage space, and that's going to be a really nice one. It's the one, whenever you get the basement, that's the one that really increases it. And I would like to be able to get that at some point here soon, so I really need to make my way towards it as fast as possible, and spending 100,000 bells to just instantly chunk out my savings is probably not the smartest idea immediately, but I will be doing it soon. So let's visit Harv's Island. And yeah, I was going to actually get myself another incline going. I said that earlier in the episode, but that's probably going to be third on the priority list at this point as I continue to work on stuff. And really that incline would just be another more convenient way of getting down from where my house is, just because the current one is way off to the right now. So we're here on Harv's Island. Let's go on over. And if you remember, last time we were here, we did put up a co-op, and we actually haven't yet visited it. So we're going to be doing that today. And yes, of course, it is Sahara. Howdy, Levi. It's my pleasure to introduce my good friend Sahara, who sells the finest rugs and wallpaper around. Hello, friend. I have come from very far to be here, but curiously, I am very happy to have done so. Now then, Harvey's words are the truth. I have rugs, wallpapers, and flooring, only the best. I will not pretend that I do not enjoy selling them. I enjoy selling a great deal, and I hope you enjoy buying. I've been thinking about some new wallpaper and flooring myself, to tell you the truth. For Photopia, of course. I'm all set at home. They don't make shag carpet the way they used to. Anywho, I hope you find something you love, Levi, and happy shopping. So yeah, now we have access to Sahara's inventory, and much like everyone else here, her inventory swaps out weekly, so you really only need to check this once per week, but she is going to have some incredibly rare stuff that you can't get any other way. So, instead of like when she's on the island where you have to buy rugs to get tickets, or you can buy the wallpaper and flooring straight up and all that stuff, no, this time she just has a straight up inventory that you can go over. So we got a summit wall, we got a hallway wall, fast food flooring, floral rush mat flooring, and then you can see there's some rugs. So only 2 of each, as an option, and then some rugs that you can go after as well. So that's pretty much it. You got some mats as well. Not really anything crazy, but it is still some pretty nice stuff. I think I am going to buy this summit wall just because it's very different. And I do tend to like the very fancy ones because they make for some interesting theming opportunities in my house. So I think as far as the rest of these are concerned, I'm probably going to leave those be, and we'll have to come back later. But yeah, her inventory swaps out every single week, so you'll have an opportunity to mess with that. Let's also check red while we're here. I think that one's wrong. I think they're both fakes, if I'm not mistaken. I know this one for a fact is fake, because why would a terracotta soldier have a shovel? This one I'm pretty sure is fake, and I'm gonna verify that really quickly before I make such a bold claim. So the tremendous statue. Okay, yes, that's what I thought. So the center hoop, or like half loop that it has right there. So it's got one on either side, and then it's got another one in the center. That one should not be there. And I can even demonstrate this where I'm talking about it. So if we go all the way up there, that part right there, that should not be on this thing at all. That is completely fabricated and added in. You can kind of even tell, well, I was going to say you can tell because it's like lower res than the rest of it as far as the texture, but you know what? Maybe I don't even actually want to say that with any confidence. Regardless, both of these are fakes. The only reason I would ever have to buy these is just so that I could rotate his inventory out, and it is Saturday, so it would probably be it kind of would make sense just so that he could have something new on Sunday, but Monday he's going to have two completely new things, so I think I'll just wait and save it for that, because I'm not going to waste my time and waste my money just by doing that when I can just wait a couple of days, and then he should have some good stuff the next time we get here, possibly. Oh, and I guess Wilbur was saying some stuff, and I really wasn't paying attention to any of that. Okay, so last thing we're going to be doing in this episode, we're going to actually head back to resident services. And the main reason I want to do that is because I want to hold a ceremony for the opening of Nook's Cranny. Now, I'm sure some people are going to be going like, hold on, wait, what about the ceremony for Brewster and the Roost? I know, I still need to get around to it. I apologize. We will, I promise. But for right now, this is my main concern, is just dealing with Nook's Cranny. We'll do the Roost one on another day, I promise. All right, so let's hold a ceremony. There we go. Part in the ceremony. Right now, we'd like to celebrate Nook's Cranny reservations. I sure am. Splendid. Let's get started. All right, everybody, stop fishing for a minute. We got something important going on here. Now then, I'd like to begin our special ceremony celebrating the grand opening of our fancy new Nook's Cranny. Look at the whole gang. I think this is the first ceremony we've done with a full group of villagers. I love it. Thank you. Thanks to everyone's tireless efforts, Moreau is developing wonderfully. Yes. I'd like our Nook's Cranny representatives, Timmy and Tommy, to say a few words. Timmy, Tommy, if you would. Residents at Moreau, we've remodeled Nook's Cranny into the wonderful shop you see before you. Yep, and we're offering a wider selection of goods than ever before. It's also we can do a better job of supporting you in this island. Yes, thank you both. Next, a few words from someone who makes many valuable contributions to this island development. It's Moreau's very own Levi. Anything to add? Good for us. Yes, indeed. Thank you for your heartfelt and encouraging sentiments there, Levi. Everyone, please get ready to join me in bringing this ceremony to a close. Also, I'll never avoid reading that entirely by accident, even though it's something I know is coming every single time. Well then, with hope for our continued growth and to celebrate Moreau's beautiful Nook's Cranny, hooray! Thank you all. This concludes our ceremony. Please do take care on your way home. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much. Like I said, in the next episode, we're going to return to Happy Home Paradise. We're going to do some more paradise planning stuff. We're going to keep working and hopefully opening up more properties. We're going to try to maybe get to work on some of those properties that Lottie was talking about, those blank properties that are actually on the central island, and just overall helping out more villagers, getting ourselves some more pokey, getting ourselves some more goodies and all that stuff. And yeah, just setting about going to work as per usual. After that, and I just, again, to give you a reminder, because like I said, we're going to be kind of alternating. So it's worth remembering what we're going to be dealing with when we get back here to Moreau in the episode after that. After that, though, there's going to be a whole lot of changes around here as I really get to work changing around the island. I'm going to be mainly focusing on the flora as opposed to the fauna. We'll worry about that probably a little bit later, but I am going to rearrange some buildings. There's some that I don't really like the placement of right now, the museum probably being the key one, where once upon a time it made sense to have it close to resident services. Now it's a bit cramped back there, and it's getting kind of annoying trying to get in there when it is basically just hidden behind the giant resident services building, as well as the placements of some other houses and whatnot. There's a lot that needs to be done, and it's going to take a lot of time. But yeah, that's going to all be done between this episode and the next one here on Moreau. So with all that said, guys, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.